We were talking about the whole Castrus passive, but maybe we should just start from the top about everything about the Honkai Star live stream. So this was the anniversary live stream, which is
Yeah.
obviously a huge deal. Every single game that has an anniversary live stream, you're expecting like free stuff, maybe cool future updates, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe we should just start with the good of the patch, right? And then we can talk about what we think is bad about it.
Okay. Okay.
But I think most of us can agree, good free stuff. Let's see, 30 free polls, free 5-star between what were the two characters? It was Ron May
Also,
and
Ron May.
Luocha, yeah.
Really strong
The
characters.
Rocha.
Yeah, which I mean, those are probably not people's first choice, but hey, free stuff always great. Then they also said
yeah.
there would be a new free character this year that's a 5-star. So like Dr. Ratio.
Oh, I missed that.
Um
I
yeah.
didn't hear that. Okay.
Yeah.
Other good things. They said they're going to add more cutscenes to story. And also they're
Good.
going to try and fill in the holes, I guess, of story that didn't quite hit. Starting in 3.8, they're going to add like I guess side stories to cover up some of the other stuff. And those are kind of the big things that are good, right? Oh, and when you lose 50-50, you can now select 3 of those characters that you would normally get to be what is it? Blade, Sela, and Fushuan. Did I cover everything?
I think that's the Annie stuff. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh yeah. Wait, you mentioned the 5-star select thingy, right? Between Rame,
Yeah.
Rocha, and all. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah.
Bob's sleepy.
Someone said that you could save the item for the next time there's characters in the store. I don't know if that's like
Yeah,
a
it doesn't
risky play.
expire.
It doesn't
Oh, really?
expire. You could wait until Rame
They're
and
gonna add
Rocha
more
rotate.
characters in
Yeah.
the store.
Oh yeah. I totally forgot. They're also adding that like dupe shop thing, kind of like
Yeah,
fake Grand
dupe
Orders
shop.
USOs. And
Interesting.
I
Okay.
think you can get some for free from story. But I mean, I'll just start from like the top and ask everyone's opinion, I guess, on this. I guess I'm just gonna start this discussion. I don't know why I am, but top left box.
I love gacha cast.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll be
you are
I'll be the
best Star
gotcha
guy
cast
now,
guy,
huh?
okay? So box, you start. What did you think about the live stream? Just like give everyone's impressions.
Yeah, I think looking back now, like rewards are pretty good, but the content it seems like there's not actual like much gameplay going on. Like I like the PvP event. I think every time they do something like PvP events, I think that's always really fun. But they have like how much events? Like they had the damn, I can't really name any other ones, bro. It's I already forgot them.
Yeah.
That one damn, fuck. Is that it?
Okay. Okay. Well, so basically, it didn't make that much of an impact on you. So,
Yeah, the other
um,
ones didn't really make too much of an impact. I forgot them already.
all right, that's
I
fair.
think a very big thing is the cutscenes thing. I think that's gonna be like huge because that's like I feel like one of the main problems of Honkai Star right now is that they have an absurdly long story, but like
Yeah.
nothing to keep the players like interested in it, or like nothing to, you know, just
Yeah.
keep them playing the story. It's just
Totally
a bunch of
understandable.
yapping.
Now,
Yeah.
Sweetly, what do you
Mm.
think? You're up next.
I felt like they speed ran the last part really quickly.
Hmm.
We
What
were watching
happened?
and then everybody was like, wait, is that it? And then in the
Yeah.
last like 5 minutes, they like info
Yeah.
dumped hard on everyone. I feel like they could have slowed down a little bit and like gone over what the things were. And then they barely touched on the Casterus passive that I know a lot of people were that you guys were
Yeah.
probably discussing.
Probably a
I feel like
tactical reason.
they could have, but that means that they also know that it's not going to be received favorably in some regions at least. I feel like they could have at least explained that. Like, is it a one-off thing? Is it just Casterus? Is it going to be like a thing for characters moving forward? Because I think a lot of people are also concerned slightly.
No, I think
Like,
the
are
main
all
reason.
the characters going to have global passives now?
I think the main reason they just like went like quickly over is because it's probably literally like not an issue in China.
It is kind of a small thing, I guess,
I
to
guess
be fair.
that could be if they're just casually mentioned it, and
Like,
then
I'm not
they
gonna
just think
lie,
everyone
even if
accepted it.
all of the West rallied and like rioted, that like makes up for like what 20% of the player base or less. So
Yeah.
Do you think? Wait, do you really think like all of the West is like 20% of the player base? Is it that different?
Well, maybe
I
20% of the revenue.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely less than 20% of the revenue.
I feel like there's a pretty big Western audience for this game.
I
Maybe
don't think so. I don't think you know how big China alone
Well, wait, wait,
is
wait.
before you include
Wait,
the rest of
we
Asia.
can discuss this, but let's just go in order real quick.
Well, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
Anything
the
else,
other
Lily?
thing that was interesting was it feels like they're like unleashing the power for people to swipe hard on this game.
Oh
Mm,
Like
yeah,
with the top up
Yeah.
events and the fact that you can convert like every one golden like token can convert to 2 variable dice. Theoretically, if you're like a mega whale for the price of one 5-star, you can re-roll your relics once. Like you can technically go infinite with that. So like
Yeah.
people with let's say like a ton of money could potentially like spend to their heart's content and get some value out of it. So it is like the system did make me think about like the more like slightly more predatory games where you can swipe hard. But here like we don't have PvP, so it's more acceptable, I guess. Cuz like people won't complain as much. I
yeah,
feel like it could still be a bit problematic.
I think they do have a spending event or something that they're also doing during the anniversary. Like the more you spend, you get
Yeah.
other free things along with it. So they're really promoting a lot of that. I think I would totally agree with that. Just like a lot of different systems related to money.
Yeah, so for people to spend to incentivize people to swipe more on the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess Brax, you're up next.
Am I?
But-
Oh, I thought I
yeah.
muted myself. Okay, I'm good. So yeah, I know. I feel like what was the question again? I completely forgot.
Just your thoughts on the live stream
on
and
the-
what they
live
added,
stream,
basically.
okay.
Just anything
Yeah,
you could point
it's
out.
more or less the same thing plus anniversary rewards. Like nothing really changed. They did make some big announcements for the future of the game, which I think are cool, but I think I would personally like to see like the anniversary. Hey, this is changing now, not hey, this is changing in 4 patches.
Mm.
I think that the rewards that they announced were like really good. Actually, I think that this year, hopefully, people won't have like huge issues with it because I personally feel like free Ron May or Lecha or a free character, whatever those characters rotate out, is good. Even like E1 for Ron May and Lecha are both like decent, right? So even if you already have the characters, it's not really useless. And then they also, if you get an Eidolon, I think they said you get like another item to spend in the shop as well. I think changing out the standard banner, not standard banner, the 50/50 lost characters is really good too. I think the characters they have available for it aren't great, but hopefully that'll change in the future. And it won't just be Legacy, Loveblade, and Fushuan. Yeah, I definitely notice what Sweetly was saying though. I think there's a lot of focus on monetizing the game right now, which feels I mean, it's a gacha game, so at the end of the day, obviously they're going to put like a ton of effort into like making as much money as possible. But it's strange that it kind of feels like there's been a whole shift in like the attitude of the game. And it's not even just HSR. Kind of all the Hoyoverse games I feel like recently have had this huge shift towards making a shit ton of money off the cash shop. And this event is like it's like a spending event, which I know is pretty popular in China. I know that a lot of gacha games have like spending events where you get just like tons of bonuses for it. But it kind of feels like they're trying to like be like, hey, this is a spending event, but like we're not gonna call it that, right? We're celebrating. And if you spend $200, you get an extra token.
Guys, double top up bonus. We're bringing it back. This is hype. Yeah, and then all these other kind of payment related things. That's true. Yeah, that's pretty much what Swilly was talking about as well, right?
Yeah. So I think I don't know. Ultimately, I feel like the live stream itself, like if we ignore the caster's passive, I feel like it was fine. I think the anniversary rewards, which is the thing that a lot of people seem to be concerned with every year, are fine. I just really don't. Again, I don't like the precedent of the caster's passive, and I also just don't really like that. Like, oh, we just got like story. There's no touching up on like any of the end game modes. There's nothing like super revolutionary this patch.
Yep.
I like how they addressed the buffs at least, because people were asking like, well, they mentioned buffing the older characters, and then we haven't heard back in like 2 patches. At least we got some solid like actual data or actual info that Blade, Kafka, Silverwolf, and Jingliu is getting buffed, and then 3.4. So I guess that's something
They
to
suck.
look forward to see how like the precedent for how they're buffed. I guess we'll
Surely
see.
Silverwolf will be able to beat Anaxa, who had 7
Yeah.
debuffs at the same time. Surely he's gonna
Silverwolf
keep
is
up.
crazy.
I suppose we'll have to see.
Oh yeah, dude. I was super confused about the Anaxa stuff too because I actually hadn't looked at any. I hadn't had any dreams or anything. I go in there and I'm like, why the fuck does that guy have 7 weaknesses?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I
So that
guess
seems insane.
next would be Fob.
Live stream was I think it was just an average live stream, but for an anniversary live stream it was disappointing because Dawei didn't show up. Right. 'Cause I was memeing, it was
Yeah,
like,
I
oh
wonder
my
why. I wonder why. I thought he always shows up to the
yeah,
anniversary
he shows up
live.
for
Are
every
you
anniversary
He
Everyone,
he
yeah.
was
Like
so
the first person we
disappointed
see.
he didn't even
He
show up.
was,
He abandoned this
upset
I
with
game.
wonder why.
He abandoned
missed
his
that
own
week.
one.
I miss you.
Oh, he's showing
I
at
don't
Poke's
know.
house. That's why he couldn't show up.
Oh yeah, true, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, that and what else? Yeah, I thought Anaxa's like abilities just didn't look as cool as Castorus's, which is understandable, right? Castorus is like the super focused character, but like I think they could have done my boy a little bit more on the special effects department. I mean, his alt looks cool, but everything else is like I don't know. And yeah, the only thing about the live stream, like Sweetly said, like it felt super rushed towards the end. I was like, what the, like the beginning felt super slow because they were just lore dumping.
Yeah.
I was like,
I
what the
wonder
fuck?
It was
why.
30
And then they
minutes
just
of
went like
nothing.
Mach 10. Literally, they started. I swear, one of them started rapping. They just went, but. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was literally thinking like slow down. Like wait for us to digest some of this info.
I don't know if you guys. I mean, obviously, some of you might understand Chinese, but like the ones that don't, like, I mean, it might be because I'm tired, but like at one point, I couldn't keep up with the subtitles with how fast it was going. I was like, oh
I
damn,
can see
okay.
that.
Yeah, when they were introducing Ruan Mei Locha and then the banners and then with the conversion, I was like, wait, now I'm getting confused. Are they free or not? Because like Fob said, it was in a different language and it was hard to keep up with like the subtitles.
Yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying. The beginning was like 15-minute lore dump about the whole story that you haven't played yet, and then it's like,
I feel like they didn't need to go into the 15-minute lore dump.
yeah,
They could have done like a 5-minute, like it's to condense that into 5 minutes and then save the extra 10 minutes for the end.
They just shouldn't do a lore dump because I didn't do the quest
yeah,
yet.
it actually kind of just spoiled everything. Yeah.
I wonder
It's
why.
like,
Like,
why am I getting spoiled by the devs right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, if you don't play the story, then just quit the game, bro.
They're
Ain't that
spoiling
Yeah,
the
have you done
next
the war
story.
story?
They're
Have you done the
spoiling the
ZZZ
next
story?
story, bro.
Bro, it just updated yesterday. I was gonna play it, but like, chill, bro.
Oh wow,
yeah,
what an
quit.
excuse.
I did play
quit,
Xeno's Soldier Story, bro. I finished Xeno's Soldier Story.
Okay, well, let's move. I'll go last. Let's move on to Pokey. So, what did you think about this live stream?
Ooh. Okay. I think a lot of the points that have been said has already been said. I think the elephant in the room is definitely gonna be the global passive thing. I do think that it sets a pretty dangerous precedent of like how this is gonna turn out, especially if like there's gonna be more and more units in the future of this. Because honestly, I feel like for Casuvis, the passive itself is not really something that changes everything. Because you still need to get a heal or a shield, otherwise the unit dies. So most of the time
Yeah.
you are still
yeah,
running
res
for
at 1
sustain.
HP.
Yeah. So it's not something that would like break the game, but it becomes a problem if like more and more future.
Yeah, and if they become
limited 5 stars.
stronger.
Yeah. Or like even if they introduce it to like light cones and all that kind of stuff, that will be a very, very dangerous path. So I don't really like it. But aside from this glow passive, I think generally it's okay. But I think you guys did mention that towards the end, they really went like super fast. And I also could not keep up. I could not keep up, and like, especially the part where they were explaining like how do you obtain the silver and the gold thingies. It just finished in like 30 seconds. And then like when they mentioned like how all units were getting reworked or like buffed, it was like 10 seconds. It was like one sentence. Oh, by the way, Silver Wolf, Kafka, Jingnu, and Blade, they're getting buffed.
And then they went
Yeah,
down.
like they didn't say anything and just moved on. So, like,
I couldn't
towards the
even
end, they
find
super
who
fast.
was getting buffed. I went to go back later. I was like, who got buffed? I was like, I don't know where this is.
I missed it. My
I
chat was
didn't even
screaming
catch
at
that
me.
one.
They
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like super
Go
quick.
find it.
Yeah. I think they did spend a bit too much time on like the lore and like, how they want to build up to Trope 2. They could have made it like maybe like 10 minutes less, then 10 minutes more for the second half and the first half. Yeah.
The
I
story
think we can
spoilers
all
were
agree
important,
on
bro.
that for sure.
They had to spoil the
I'll
story,
give it like
bro.
without Castor's global passive, I'll give it like a probably 8.5 out of 10. If Darwin showed up, it's 9.
Oh,
But with the
holy
cash
shit.
race gold pass,
It's
I think
always
it's like,
showed up.
Yeah,
That's
8
kinda-
is, 8 is
that's
high,
big.
bro.
I mean, hey,
It
I
is
think it's pretty
high.
big though. I think it is pretty big. Like especially a free run, especially that shop,
Okay.
it will introduce more limited 5 stars. So if you just don't spend it now and they keep adding this kind of new limited 5 stars, you could theoretically get like very, very good E1s or like islands for your units. And you just don't pull.
Well, let me
Yeah.
just ask this question really quick though, Pokey. So anniversary live streams for any game generally will give out a lot of free things, but so in this case they gave out the free things, but for an anniversary patch, I feel as though maybe it didn't add that much, right? Like it did
You only
give the
play
free
video
stuff,
games,
which is
bro.
obviously great, but I don't know. That's
I mean,
just kind
technically
of
you're getting one free limited and another brand new, unless it's gonna be like a whole Aloy thing with like the fake collab, and then they make the brand new 5 star become like Aloy, and it's a complete dog shit. Then
yeah, and it's gonna be
bad.
Archer, and he's 2 feet tall, like Aloy.
Dude,
Yeah.
wait, I just realized what that meant. Fuck, that's just the fake collab.
Yeah, exactly. They said
Fuck.
brand new
Yeah.
5 stars. So like if it was a collab unit, then it was gonna be like Aloy. Oh, that
I
would be.
hope it's not an
kind of bad.
Aloy.
Oh,
Surely
yeah.
not.
And I do like the rework for like the 50-50. So like instead of like standard, they will eventually add more units that you can choose. So I think there's more prospect. But it's just this global passive thing. I think it will just bring down the whole thing to like I would say like a 5 with the global passive. Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely put a damper on things, I'd say, for a lot of people. Well, Ruby, what do you think?
I think my thoughts are pretty much the same as everyone else's. I think the one thing
Can't
I'll
wait
emphasize
for-
the most
Archer from Fate to have a global passive.
is that there's a lot of talk in the beginning. I think a lot of people really wanted to see casters and Noxa, but then with the lower down, at one point I felt like I was zoning
Can you
out,
guys hear
right?
Ruby?
Yeah,
Oh,
same.
Oh fuck.
Oh,
my God.
Brax, mute
Oh, I
yourself,
had you turned
dude.
down.
Mute yourself. You're interrupting Ruby. Shut up.
So yeah, I felt like at the beginning it was a little too much talking, only because like we were also eager to see casters, right? But like I said, everything you guys said is pretty much what I also think about with everything. My only biggest concern is if we get casters this year, then what is next year? You know, with the global passive, like are they going to add another character with more global passives? Will they add something else? Because last year was Akron, and I thought Akron was crazy personally.
Mhm.
So it's like, what will they do next year, and will it be a good or bad thing?
No, not even next
Depending.
year. It's like next 5 months, to be honest.
Now, what if we get one of every character
Next 3 months.
afterwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was a crazy like power creep. You know, I won't lie. I mean, if you're good at gaming, you probably don't even need casters maybe for like
Yet.
global passives. Yeah, but it's only like, what about the future? You know, what's gonna happen?
Yep. I think
my
that's
thoughts.
totally understandable.
Yeah, pretty much what
Um,
everyone said though. I agree with everyone.
Yeah. I'll go last. Just real
Ooh,
quick.
guy.
Yeah, I agree with pretty much what everyone brought up. Some things I'd like to definitely add in though. For instance, the the new 50-50 system thing they're adding where you can replace a few of the characters. I just find it actually comical because they created the problem, which is the 50-50 system. Now they're making a slight alteration for 3 characters that nobody wants or cares about, and people are like, oh my god, they fixed the 50-50. I just think that's very funny that they basically created the entire problem and are now selling the tiniest addition of a solution, and people are like, wow, they're listening, they care. Like, you made the problem. You shot yourself in the foot, and now you're putting a band-aid on top of it. So I think that's kind of funny. I do think that the update had some good things. Like, I think adding more cutscenes, that's huge. Everyone was asking for that. Everyone's been memeing on Honkai Star Rail that they didn't have any cutscenes, that things were boring, right? That's a huge win. I think people are going to be really happy about that. They still need to work on their characters having more than 3 poses, sure, but hey, cutscenes are awesome. That's a huge win. But it felt as though the patch basically has no content. For an anniversary patch, it seems very strange that they only had like 2 events and they didn't really look all that crazy. They didn't add any. I think it was Brax that was saying this, or maybe it was Fob that was saying they didn't really add any like changes to endgame or add any like real meaningful content, right? It's just like, hey, here's a couple little events, which seems
I
a
didn't
bit
say that.
strange. Okay, I think it must have been Brax then.
Yeah.
Sorry, so many people were talking, but it just feels as though for an anniversary patch, it kind of falls flat other than the free stuff. I know the free stuff is great. Like, you can't discount that. That's a bunch of awesome stuff. Genshin could never, all that kind of stuff. But it genuinely just felt like the other stuff was a bit half-assed, and that's kind of why they just skipped through a lot of it in a way. They also could have really easily just not yapped at the beginning, ruining the whole story, and instead just lengthened every other part after, which we kind of already talked about. But it's like they could have made a 1-hour stream just of like lengthily talking about everything and cutting out all the beginning. So that was a bit weird. But yeah, anyways.
Do you think that they are putting more of their time into the concerts because it's in CN?
I
Well, they
believe
decide to sacrifice some of the live stream for it.
I believe that the concert has nothing to do with the live stream, really, and I think I'm surprised they didn't do a concert during the live stream. I will say I thought they were going to do some like big presentation or something, but maybe I'm.
You probably will
maybe
during
I'm
the next
wrong.
one.
Okay, maybe
Like a
during the
recap
next.
of
But
it.
yeah, so I wasn't really sure what to expect, but I don't really think the concert has too much to do with it. How I see it is the company's so big and has all the funds they could ever need for anything, and there's no way they're putting in a large amount of the money they make back into the game, even with the concerts and all this kind of stuff. So, I mean, the concerts are cool, but I just feel like that shouldn't be an excuse for why the live stream wasn't like better handled or had more content. But
I guess I don't really feel like I feel like it's less on the live stream. It's just more on the update, right? Because like I feel like the live stream, I honestly don't give a fuck about how they present the live stream. I just want to know what's coming up, right? Like I don't feel like there's been any live stream I've watched by Hoyoverse where I've been like, wow, what a fun live stream that was. Like I just I just like watched to see what the new shit is, and that's it. I don't know
Yeah,
if
their
other people
jokes
like
are
that.
fucking lame, dude.
They don't land for sure.
Yeah, their jokes suck. So I'm sorry.
understandable.
Wait, no jokes.
No, I just think all of HSR's live stream with Albert are 10 times better.
With Albert, you like
Albert, my
Albert, huh?
fucking goat.
I don't know about 10 times, but
Albert the
No,
goat.
it's because the like as a English viewer, like when the Chinese devs are doing running the live stream, it just like doesn't flow as well. Albert, like as an English viewer, it's way more consumable and like
yeah.
comfortable because
No,
Just
that's
learn
true.
Mandarin,
I
little
mean,
pup.
if we were Chinese, right? Like it would be. I'm sure it would be fine, but we're not. So
Yeah,
it's-
it's a DNA diff, bro. I spawned in the wrong place.
yeah.
I don't know what to say. Like, I wish I knew Chinese, but well,
Yeah, well, unlucky man. That's spawn point.
something I would like to
You're
ask
you're half
everybody
Japanese, bro. No
is
excuse.
how do you feel about the future of HSR? Anyone have any thoughts? Like, what do you think about the future after seeing this live stream? And well, people, let's be honest, I'm sure a bunch of people on this call have also seen dreams or whatever you want to call them about future things and global passives. Well, kind of sounds like they're here to stay.
I've never had a dream about the game, but what I can say is that
Cap.
for me, I'm stuck here until the Fate collab, right? Because that's just an IP that I like so much.
God.
I'm really looking forward to the fake collab too.
Mm.
I'm here
Oh,
until that happens, and if the game doesn't pull me back in after that, then like that's probably it, right? Because it's for me, I've kind of run out of things I feel like to do in the game. I have on my main account, I have like all the characters, obviously, so I can just like clear everything. And then on my free to play, I've been able to clear everything for a while, especially like when the Herta came out, it just made everything comically easy. So I don't know. It just kind of feels like there's not really a reason for me to log in other than the story. So like once every 6 weeks, I can log in. But maybe they'll add some more stuff that makes the game fun again for me. I don't know.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it getting any better. It's a Hoyo game, and Hoyo games have shown that they only downgrade.
Yeah.
I feel like it's too early to tell because, I mean, I think at least the audience sometimes it changes over time. You know, does that make sense? I feel like once it happens and then it passes, maybe we'll get a better idea.
It sounds very optimistic. Understandable.
I feel
Yeah,
like if you compare like
The
this
thing
live
is-
stream, oh, go on.
Oh no, sorry, you can go first.
I was just saying, like comparing this anniversary reward to last year's anniversary rewards. I do feel like this year's anniversary rewards were on par or slightly better than last year's. Given that we actually got a free, like the Rame and the Luocha selector, I do think is pretty big for a lot of people. So
I
them
agree.
adding it and then giving you that option like for free to everyone for 2 whole patches, I think it is a pretty big reward, I would say. So it's like it shows that they are willing to like expand. I feel like 1 year ago we would never have expected them to give away like a free limited like selector. But now after kind of like the power creep of the rewards, I feel like with
Mhm.
all the new games that's come out, I feel like there has been like a power creep in the gacha like game community or like the game developers where they kind of know that they also have to step up on the rewards for the players. So it feels like they are kind of keeping up with that. But it is a bit concerning like the part about where it feels like they are pushing more heavily for people to spend more. And then I'm curious about how the buffs for the new characters will be, like the Blade Kafka buffs. I wonder if they're gonna be like some insane buffs or if they're just gonna try to bring them on par with like the current characters. I feel like that would be really interesting to see.
Yeah, it would be difficult to get them on par with some of the characters. Like, how is Silverwolf going to compete with
Right.
Anaxa? Like, what are they about to do to her?
AoE weakness implant.
AoE,
Yeah.
yeah, they could just give her
God.
AoE weakness implant and AoE defense down on her ulti.
She's about to become crazy, I guess.
I would actually make her like insane.
I guess we'll have to see about that. Anyone else have any thoughts on the future of HSR, I guess, at the moment?
I
Wait
feel
for the
like
next game to come
I
out.
go for it,
think.
go for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Nah, go for it.
oh, I think every Western CC's Doom posting it, but I think HSR is probably just gonna be just fine.
mhm.
And there it is.
Oh, absolutely.
Like
Oh, you see,
everybody understands the like precedents and the possible negative like future that could come with the global passive, but I don't
Mhm.
think that's enough to kill the game.
Oh, I mean,
No, it won't kill the game at all. But I
yeah,
think
absolutely won't.
it's
Yeah,
gonna
bro,
make
how many
people
of you
upset with it.
motherfuckers went
Right.
live with a HSR funeral in your fucking title, you fucking
Oh, because it's a
baited
funeral to
motherfucker?
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Good
Because it's,
one.
well, no, it's true. Am I wrong?
No,
It's
Dawi's dead. He's
No,
not
it
on the live
is.
to a
stream.
lot
Yeah,
of
yeah.
players. The game, hell no, it's not gonna die.
How
There's
many
no
people
way.
do you actually think in the West are gonna quit because of this?
I think it's people that have already been on their way out, right? And then like,
Yeah,
Yep.
but then those
It's-
people
yep.
would have quit regardless of the global passive, right?
yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
I don't
so
think that's
like
gonna be
what
the
I'm
one
saying is
event.
I think it's like less than like 1% are quitting the game because of this.
I feel like the global
Mm.
competition, it just gives them the extra push. Like they pretty much really don't play the game that much anymore. It's just kind of there for like you log in once a patch, you play a story, there's bounce. So it's sort of like a what is the word? 顺便, convenient. It's convenient that okay, this is really, really bad. And then it can help them like do a clean break. But I feel like people that still like HSR, I don't think this changes too much. And if anything, like I feel the reward to the 50/50s and like the free limited selector, which you can literally save by the way. Like you don't even have to choose from me. You could save that because they're gonna keep adding new limited fighters to the shop. So that could mean like a E1 Robin or E1 Tribute, which is like absolutely insane. So yeah, I'm actually quite hopeful for the future of HSR. And if you guys all quit, you know, I will still be here for the next 10 years.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
That's not true, Poke. If they fucking do, if I don't know, like the possibilities with the global passive are fucking insane. They could do some stupid fucking shit.
Oh
So,
yeah, absolutely,
that's what
absolutely.
I'm saying. It's not a good thing, but like, I don't think what we as content creators and a lot of people here sitting in Twitch chats think about the game or what the average people who play these games think. So
I feel like there's a huge casual fan base of HSR
exactly,
too,
there's
and
Oh,
a
they're
yeah.
not going
giant
to
casual
care.
camp.
Okay,
Story
wait.
Andy.
Wait. Let me just clear something up really quickly, though. I don't think anyone here genuinely thinks that the game is going to die or that like everyone's going to quit now or something like that just because they weren't happy with the patch. I don't think anyone
Any
actually really
service,
I
believes
thought a
that.
lot of people were thinking about it.
Well, no.
Yeah, I
Okay,
thought
there's
Nah.
a
there's
lot of
players
you
that
guys
will
were Doom
quit.
posting it.
Oh,
Yeah,
what? No,
especially
no.
was like,
Yeah,
Okay,
it's good for the.
Wait,
talking
whoa.
about it.
Okay, first of all, saying the game is shit or that it's going down a shitty path is not doom posting. It's just a fact. Secondly, I don't. Yeah, there's going to be some players that quit. Absolutely. Is that going to be the majority? Hell no. This
Yo,
game
but
is still
saying
going to
a
be
game is
huge.
shit is you can't say that's a fact because saying something shit is an opinion. You literally said
It
an
isn't
opinion.
It's an opinion, but is that doom posting? Is that even doom
Yeah,
posting?
okay,
That
but you
it's
can't say
shit.
it's a fact, right? Because it's not a fact. I mean, it's a fact for your reality because you don't like it. But it's like this, right? It's like how Tectone can't, he can't, right? he can't fathom how some people could enjoy Genshin, but there are actually people who
Oh
really
yeah,
enjoy
no,
Genshin,
absolutely.
you know? It's like that, right? For Tectone, it's a fact that Genshin is shit. But for a lot of people, it's a fact that Genshin's really fun, right?
I
Stuff
feel like
that,
there's
so.
probably some way to quantify that adding the caster's passive factually makes it shittier. There's probably some way you could scientifically argue, but yeah, you're right. It's not
Yeah,
factually.
it does
But
make it
yeah, me saying
potentially
that.
shittier, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I state my opinion like it's fact, it's funnier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
but
is
that's
funnier.
just
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for. But anyways, yeah, like absolutely. I mean, look, anyone who thinks the game's actually going to die because of this, it's ridiculous. Obviously, it's not. Is it something that's shitty that a lot of people don't like? Yeah. Is it going to kill the game? No. Is it going to potentially put the game on a path that where it just gets worse and worse? Absolutely. Is it going to potentially influence other games to copy it because, well, let's be real, Hoyoverse is the #1? Absolutely. These are all facets that I'd consider bad. It's not like the game is literally going to die, though. It's just going to die for a lot of players who, you know, are really hardcore or care a lot about it. That's how I see it.
Quit and play ZZZ.
Why play ZZZ? It's just going to do that in a year anyway.
That's what you think.
You have to
buddy.
wait for their next game to come out.
Yeah, wait until the next. Yeah, you're right. Which will probably be within a year.
That's true. That's true.
You know, I actually had some people in my chat saying, do you think that they are doing this to HSR to make people then play ZZZ? But I feel like that's ridiculous.
It's working.
I don't
it's
think it
working.
is.
I'm playing
would be the
ZZZ now.
dumbest fucking thing I've ever
Yeah,
heard.
I don't think that makes any sense.
I think there's
mean,
like no link. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
that-
two completely different games.
yeah.
It's so too different.
You know, I feel like they're trying at HSR, like in terms of responding to even trying to make the story better. Like I was surprised that they immediately addressed like the black scenes in like that previous live stream, where they immediately were like, "Oh, we noticed feedback about like the story experience, and then we're updating this." And then they even said how they changed like the 3.1 quest to delete like a bunch of the puzzling
Yep.
aspects and then make it flow better. So I feel like the Star Rail team is trying pretty hard.
You know, that's actually interesting because yeah, I think there's like two different things happening, right? Like I think the Star Rail team is trying really hard, but I think at the same time, like separately from them trying hard to fix things, they're also monetizing really hard at the same time. And so it kind of just makes it look like they're trying to make a shit ton of money, but then they're like covering it up by like, oh, we're listening.
I don't.
Yeah, the push
Well,
for monetization, like especially this patch, was a bit strange. But maybe they're thinking, well, it's Casterus and it's the anniversary, and people will spend like anyway. We'll give them some more incentives to spend.
Yeah, true.
I don't feel like if they added it to Anexa, technically if they want to milk, they should have just added it to Anexa and give Anexa the global passive.
True.
Because then people actually have to think like
True.
between Anexa and Casterus. Because I think Casterus, everybody was gonna pull for it anyways. But if they gave it to Anexa, like, ooh, now you really have
Absolutely.
to dig deep, you know.
He would be more mad.
What if the reason they're
Dude.
monetizing
Tefelka,
they're
thank you for the 10
monetizing
gift
so
subs.
hard
I really appreciate that,
because
dude.
of
Thank you, man.
China?
Ooh.
Is
Yeah.
it China like going through like a not a recession but like a down economic like slowdown and especially
just
in
like
the,
us for
So are you saying the
luxury-
economy?
Geopolitics.
Yeah,
is crazy.
geopolitic
But what if
economy
it's
is why they're doing.
geopolitics and
Holy,
MiHoYo's
yeah, the
are seeing
crashing
numbers
housing
are
market.
getting-
Yep.
numbers they're seeing numbers are getting too slow, so they're like, all
Bro's
right,
about to blame minimum
fuck.
wage on Casterus.
toss those fucking top up bonuses in there, you know?
I mean, theoretically, maybe. I mean, I would say like what was just said. I totally agree with where they are making some good changes to the game. Absolutely, like making the story better and like flow better, right? Because people didn't have a problem with what the actual story was saying. People had a problem with how it was delivered, and having the cutscenes and like removing some of the puzzles and other kind of stuff is good, but I don't consider that to be trying super hard. I feel like that's kind of just listening to the bare minimum what the players wanted. You see, the thing is, like, I know everyone's going to think I sound like a major hater, and I kind of am at the moment, but I try to be fair when I can, and I don't really have many allegiances to companies. It doesn't really matter what company it is. If it screws up, it screws up. And so I'm viewing HSR through a slightly negative lens, but I'm totally willing to say the positives. And I think they are doing some good things and listening to the players somewhat. But at the same time, are they really doing that much listening in some of these areas? I'm not sure I'm convinced.
Depends.
I think as a company, you also kind of have to have your own like sets of standards and things you want to follow. You can't just be a company that listens to like the loudest voices all the time
True.
and then just implements the changes because you hear people talk about it. So I think them responding and them not responding, I think it depends on like what they're addressing and then how they're addressing it.
I think it's very simple formula. The more money a game makes, the less they have to listen. It's just always like that, right? And like the less successful a game is, the more they'll listen. This is why everybody like points to how ZZZ is listening the most out of all the Hoyo games. Is it a
Yeah.
coincidence that ZZZ also makes the least money out of all the Hoyo games,
That is
right?
true.
Right, like like because there is, I believe, like a possible, like if I was Doctor Strange, I'm looking through all the fucking possibilities. There's a universe where Wuthering Waves was before Genshin Impact, and they were so successful, and they never have the devs listen moments because they were so
That wasn't
successful.
gonna. That would not happen. They definitely
That you
copied
don't know
Genshin.
that.
They copied Genshin so
Okay,
hard,
no,
bro. No, I'm not
okay,
saying they
okay,
would.
no,
I'm
no,
not saying they wouldn't do the
saying, like,
devs listen. I'm
no,
saying
I'm
they
saying
would.
imagine if Wuwa came first and Genshin came second. You know?
Oh, I think they would do the same thing as Genshin. 100%.
Exactly, and
Oh,
that's why I'm
1 million
saying like
percent.
it's so much tied to like, I feel like the reactionary, like how much a company listens is based on how much they make. Like if after this HSR revenue, let's say, keeps going down, I'll bet you they'll just keep listening more and more, right? And
Yeah, but I guess how much the company makes is tied to like how much the players enjoyed the game, right? So
yeah,
on their metric, one part of if it's like, well, we're still making like the same amount we're making like last year. So like the same amount of people, like if they look at their metrics, and then they can probably tell like based off of how much they make, how much the players enjoy the game too. So it's all kind of tied together, I guess.
That's fair. By the way, I've been sort of leading the discussion, but I did not make this entire thing. So like, if anyone wants to bring up anything they want to say, just go ahead.
all right, I got something to say. Hey, Scythes XZ in Jenazad's chat. You think I'm putting down war? Go look up my Twitch tracker. See what I stream the most, you donkey.
It's gonna be the Isle.
Brainlet, huh?
It's the Isle.
I stream Wuthering Waves the
fucking
most out of
Isle.
any gacha game, you steaming pile of shit, motherfucker. Eat my ass, pussy.
There's a lot of people in my chat that
I've given more
absolutely-
money to Kuro Games than I have to my own fucking child's future college fund.
Yeah, that's probably true.
do we
Your
say?
girlfriend's got that covered. Let's be real.
That's the.
You're just the freeloader, okay? We all know that.
Oh. Ooh, my dog, not me.
True.
Yo, Fob, how much did you pay in taxes last year?
Way too fucking much, but I'm paying even more this year.
Damn,
just
he's popping
got
up.
my,
Future billionaire?
Damn,
No,
bro,
it's
I
because
just
I,
got my
it's because
bill.
it's because I actually didn't spend as much this last year than
He can't
the year
write off
before
as
that.
much.
Yeah.
Despair.
Okay. Well, no one's really bringing up things I want to talk about, so I guess I would say, theoretically, if they added more global passives, let's just pretend that happened.
Okay.
What do you think? What do you think about
more,
HSR?
bro.
Like, do you want to keep playing
Earn
it?
more money.
It's
Earn more
over.
money. Get a job. Yeah, just keep cooling, bro.
I think even if you all quit, I'll still be here for the next 10 years.
Yeah?
No, Box,
Okay,
I will be the last man standing. You are basically a tourist at this point. Bro
Nah.
takes, bro cooking his
Hey.
brain for more. No,
Relax,
Clip
bro.
and ship that
Relax.
for Poke. Clip and ship it.
Clip and ship it.
Yeah.
I will last
How
longer
many-
than you, bro. Listen,
They're
you're older
forever.
than me, bro. I have more time on this earth, bro. I will outlive your ass.
That's crazy.
So he's
That
gonna
is
play
crazy.
HSR for the next
Okay,
80
buddy.
years.
Okay, that is crazy, bro. I'm gonna die before him in game, so he can stream HSR more than me. That is crazy. Alright, go. You win.
Yep.
You win. You win. You win.
The moment
Yep,
Pokey dies,
exactly.
you're gonna get all his viewers, bro. You're planning for the
Oh,
future.
hell yeah, bro.
Yep. You are the future of HSR.
Damn,
The,
he's
yep,
smart.
the savior. Okay, sorry, bro. I know.
So,
He's the up and cover.
how
was gonna
many
say
more
something.
Hoyo games have to come out before you switch to one of those?
Oh, the thing is, whether or not it's a Hoyo game doesn't really change it. Because like, even though Zenless comes out, I don't really spend as much time in Zenless compared to HSR still. So it kind of depends on the game itself.
Are you
I mean,
looking
I don't
for?
know why, bro? We've seen you play action combat games.
Like what?
I saw your-
Let
I saw your
Wave
Elden Ring
Wukong, you know?
run.
I finished, bro. I
saw
finished
your
3
Thorn.
Nerf
Yeah,
I
nice
saw-
Thorn
I
build,
saw your
bro.
Elden Ring run.
I finished all that, buddy.
I
Magic
saw your Elden
Thorn
Ring run
build.
using an ability they nerfed right after to kill him in 3 spells. I saw that Elden Ring run. That was disgusting.
Hey, I did not use summons. That's all that matters. Right?
All right, bro.
Might as well been a summon.
I saw your
Summon
Iron Fist
thorns.
Marvel Rivals.
Bro, Marvel Rival is not even an RPG. It's cooked. Okay, like for example,
Okay.
if Hoyoverse. Wait, if Hoyoverse releases an FPS or like a TPS, I probably wouldn't play.
Bro
it,
quit
that
because he
just
couldn't
sucks
impress
shitty.
Shy Lily with his Iron Fist skills, let's be honest.
You know what actually is so interesting about that? I wonder how many people would go play like a Hoyoverse like
Like a
FPS.
Shernova.
Yeah, like I wonder how people
Bro,
would do that.
China needs to stop making shooters. They're all flops.
But Chernova's fun!
I mean, technically we got Valorant from there.
Supernova
So.
is dying.
Yeah.
Say Shernova.
Bro,
Chernova's
I played
dying.
so much
This game-
Chernova, and I really wanted that game to pop off, but man, I think just the learning curve was too much for most people.
I think it's
Well,
also third person. Like people like FPS is just much more popular.
In the West,
The
Asia
concept is
loves
fun,
third
though.
person.
Oh my god, if Hoyoverse makes like a league, bro, I'll all in. Like,
That would be awesome.
Do you guys
I
That would be
believe...
all in.
insane. All the Hoyoverse characters in like a league format. Holy shit.
Do you
I'll be so long. Then I'll play the shit.
Okay,
forever, it
but
would
do you
be-
guys think that Hoyoverse will ever try to make a competitive game?
Oh, I could see it, but the problem is if they
Same,
monetize
same.
it, it just like is dead in the West.
No, they love gacha too much.
No,
it makes them
gacha
too much
skins.
money.
No, by the way, they
Gacha
monetize
skins.
it in like what do you call that? The Arena of Valor. It's kind of like mobile, right? And then you monetize it through skins and shit, so you can still play like as a free to play. There's no like competitive.
Oh,
phase or
okay. So
anything.
if it's not pay for power, then it'd be fine. Yeah.
Yeah, like basically Honor of Kings, and then they just make it one for like Hoyoverse, and it's like one of the biggest games in CN right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. Anyone have any other thoughts? This was kind of just an impromptu call about the HSR
Why
stuff.
does Fleur-de-Lis have the biggest tits in all of Wuthering Waves?
What about Cantarella,
But they're
bro?
bigger than Cantarella? No way.
Cantarella's got nothing on. What? Are you blind? Y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, just go fight Fleur-de-Lis. Use Peeb. Use her
I
E to
did.
freeze her and just stare at her ass. That thing is
Wow, bro
gigantic,
has like a
and her
tech.
tits.
Bro has a tech to
Oh
do
my
that.
Yeah,
God,
no,
he
I literally
actually
did
has
it. I
goon tech.
so you break her,
Oh
and
my.
she goes down, kneels, and like holds onto her sword. She's like crying, by the way. She's like her
Why
face is
you're making
sobbing.
this sound so
And-
bad?
She has her crotch open, and I swear her
Bro.
coochie's half hanging out.
Bro,
She's wearing like a thong.
bro. Okay.
Okay.
Dude, you got like a timestamp in the VOD
Goon
for that?
Master. Okay,
No,
bro.
just go hop
Yeah.
onto Wua, bro. What do you mean?
Just take a screenshot for us.
Nah, I'm not.
My
I'm-
streamer.
excessive
Oh, you can do it
detail
on
for fun,
stream,
bro.
but you
What
can't
the
take a
fuck?
screenshot for us, huh?
I'm halfway on the floor. Like, you guys ever just like slide down your chair and you're just like
Yeah.
barely on? Yeah, that's me right now. Like, I don't.
Man, talk about
I'm not
Goona.
even looking at my screen. I'm looking at my ceiling.
So it's Water Waves a Gooner game now.
Yeah.
Oh, the
All gacha
with
kinda always has
Cantarella.
been.
Cantarella
All
made
gacha
it
games
super
are
Gooner.
Gooner games.
Yeah.
You see, okay, here's the thing though. I have no issue with games being Gooner games, but people always like to pretend that they're not. There's nothing wrong with having Gooner stuff in your game and being a partial Gooner game, you know? There's nothing wrong with that. It's like some people like that, but if the whole game becomes like that, then, you know, it's just a Giga Gooner game, right? Like Nikkei or something, right?
Nikkei is not Giga Gooner though.
But you play Nikkei.
What do you think about Brady?
Bro said
Freddy's
Nikkei is
hot.
not Giga Gooner,
Nikkei is-
brother.
Yeah, Giga
knows.
Gooner for me is like Brown Dust 2. Giga Gooner for
Oh.
me is Azure Lane's Live 2D skins.
I-
The Ruby.
Nikkei is like actually like way weaker in the Gooner department compared to those.
Yeah? I mean, okay, yeah, I guess,
Because
but it's still
Nikkei does not
Gooner.
have anything close to an Azure Lane Live 2D skin, and Brown Dust 2 literally letting you touch and prod and strip them. Right? Like that shit's on
Okay.
another level.
True.
They allow that? What the fuck?
Yeah. Okay, well,
Oh.
okay, but just back to the topic. Like, I guess it's becoming a little bit Gooner. I think we've seen a lot of games start to do that. I think ZZZ as well. You may have seen all the recent characters and been like, wow, they're really pushing the sexualization of characters, right? Like more than was before. And now Woo is doing it too. Our game's moving more in this direction now. Even
I mean,
Hoyoverse.
they've only had one, right? Which is Contraella. I mean,
So
I don't really
far.
No, yeah, so
I
far,
feel
but
like they needed to push that narrative onto Cantarella, otherwise she wasn't going to sell.
You think so?
Oh, is
I
she
think
good?
so.
Oh, okay, Wrangler as a unit, like tier
She's
0,
not
tier 0
really
power.
that great in the game at all
Oh,
right now.
If
Because
you pulled Brant, you don't need to look at her.
yeah,
'Cause Brant is literally just bro, Brant could solo a TOA floor and he's
yeah,
technically a sub DPS.
he's so fun.
Cantarella is you need you better fucking
That feels
S6
extra
that
bad
shit.
that she came out after Brand because they're
Yeah.
like kind of the
Yeah.
same, but they're so different, like in terms of how powerful they are.
She also just has this problem with fucking energy half the time. I think that's what tilted me is like her energy needs change drastically based on the team, and sometimes it just doesn't fucking work for some reason.
No,
so
sometimes
it's
I notice
literally
it's because like your
Goona-based.
skill doesn't hit the enemy. Like if
Crazy
Oh.
your
take.
forte
Mm.
misses, which it can often miss, you just don't get the energy, and then it's really bad.
Crazy take. Not even
Another win for
actually maybe
Montelli.
not even crazy. I think Zezu feels better to play than Cantarella by far.
Damn,
You-
that's crazy.
you know
You can do
what?
the jump cancels on Jaja.
Exactly.
Those are
My
so
mod
sick.
says she's
I
dog shit.
actually think
Yeah,
Cantarella
guess what?
doesn't feel
Who,
good
your
to
mod
play.
Sarah, who used Pride win numbers for a fucking Twitter post and looked like a clown, and then I fucking exposed her ass, and then they fucking fixed it
My
with different
god,
numbers.
that is crazy.
Bro's calling out
Yeah,
his
but,
mods.
yeah, I heard the judge is really, really bad. Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't vote for her.
Cantarella, I just think she feels jank to play. Like her 3 basic attack chain feels like
agree.
crap. When you're in Forte, she's like one of the most fun characters in the game, but you're almost never in Forte. So
I think the issue is they should have made her dodge counter count as a forte stack, right? You know how Peep can immediately
yeah,
after a dodge counter get right into an absolution or like her heavy, right? Like the fact that anytime you do a dodge on Cantarella, you immediately lose your entire auto chain, and you have to like it's just so ass to build forte.
yeah, I agree. Also, since you were asking Pokey, another thing is, well, she's not really good with any characters right now because she buffs havoc damage and skill damage, and there's no character in the game right now that really cares about both.
Yeah, I played Hyper Cantarella with Shorekeeper San Juan.
That's crazy.
What
It's
the-
ass. It's terrible.
Did you S6 her Fob, or did you
No,
go for
I got S2, but I didn't
S2,
unlock it yet.
Only S2? Holy shit.
He
I'm
hates
so
her. He
grateful.
literally
You
hates her.
changed, Bob. You
I
changed.
tried her
Damn.
at S0. The biggest issue is her big E, right? That she does. I get it to do 2 130k, so it's 260k, which is good. It has the longest fucking turtle cooldown though. It's like 18 fucking seconds. So like you can't even get another one in the next rotation most times, and you kind of need to go a third rotation before you get. It's just I don't know.
Bro's getting a little too technical.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so TLDR Hedges has the best gacha game. Yippee.
I don't.
No, it's not.
don't think
it's
this
Girls
was
Frontline 2.
No, it's wizardry, and we all know it.
No, it's not, bro. If you gave me Wizardry with Girls Frontline 2 models, I'd play it.
Okay, I'm gonna be real. That would actually go crazy. Honestly,
That would be
Yeah.
insane. Yeah.
that would go insane. But that's not gonna happen. But hey, I'm gonna be real. HSR gets cleared by wizardry. Better turn-based gacha.
Yeah, you know what beats all of them? Chess.
Yeah, but
the
Magnus
turn-based
Carlsen's like pay to win. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, he has a
Yo, for how many Varesa do you pull?
Oh, so randomly I was bored while waiting for the HSR live stream, so I pulled more and I got a back-to-back. So I have a C.
Oh, you're just bored. Okay.
C5.
Okay.
Bro was
C5.
so bored he
Damn.
wailed.
Jenazad is gonna hate hearing this. Varesa's literally just feels like a better Rochelle. I'm sorry.
Oh really? Yeah, she's pretty
Ooh.
similar. I saw the like whole like jumping
Yeah,
aspect,
but like,
right?
but the gameplay is like,
Oh, does it feel
Hey,
better?
It did look really similar.
like I don't want to sound like a Hoyo shill, but I haven't streamed Genshin at all recently. Like, but
He's a
Varesa, like I was
shell.
like, holy fuck, bro! I thought Natlan's been dog shit, but like Varesa changed my mind.
Really? Is it just
Yeah.
really
It's
smooth
just
feeling?
really fun to play.
Her entire character kit feels so smooth, like
Really?
it just flows
Hmm.
like super easily. It's kind of
Okay,
crazy.
well, I kind of just want to say, like, I feel like you're one of the example that I feel that this whole global passive thing is probably gonna be like a complete nothing burger because a lot of these players they will literally just get bored. Okay, I'm just gonna pull, and then it just happens. It doesn't really matter all the other things. It's like, oh my god, global passive or whatnot. They're still gonna pull.
So you're saying
And people
Fob's the
that
problem?
won't. No, I'm not saying Fob is the problem, but I think there are a lot of people like Fob in like all these kind of gacha games, and they are like the big boys. And as long as the big boys are happy, I don't think like it's gonna change too much.
Oh, I mean,
No,
you're
I don't
absolutely
think
right.
I don't think the percentage of the player base that plays these games that are whales are that big. I think still the small spenders are still
Yeah, maybe
the
not
majority
that
of
big.
the.
Yeah, but like those that can just afford like, okay, let me just get like this E1 S1 or like E0 S1 here and there. That's just for fun. Okay, let me just do like a 2 top-ups. So like whenever these kind of like global passive stuff happens, it's like, okay, the solution I just pull this one corp of unit and it's done. Even if I don't want to use it, it's like it's very easily solved.
Well,
so it doesn't really hurt their bottom line.
Oh, absolutely. Well, the thing is, the average player does not look on even YouTube or Twitch or anything. The average player is just casually playing the game, and they'll just pull characters. They don't care about Castros's passive. They haven't even probably heard that everyone thinks it's an issue. The average player of these games literally does not care about any of this. Any discussion we have over issues in any of these games is something that the average player will never hear about or care about at all. And a lot of people don't realize that. That's why, like, for some reason people were saying like, you guys were doom and glooming the game and now look, you're trying to pedal back. It's like, no, like, we're already aware of this. It's like, bro, the average player does not give a fuck about any of this. It doesn't matter. We're only talking to people that are, you know, far enough into this space or like, you know, really addicted to gachas or any of this stuff that actually care. But the average person, it just doesn't matter. They might spend
Then
some
who do you
money.
think this really hurts though? Because like for like the streamers and like these like whales, they'll just pull everything anyways. And then for the casual, they just don't give a damn. So who is like that subset of population that's like, oh shit, this will ruin my life?
I would say, and tell me if I'm wrong, anybody, but I would say it is pretty much the more dedicated gacha players who maybe I would say they most likely play multiple gachas. They probably don't only play HSR because they probably don't care that much. But I would say people who play multiple gachas and have perspective on different games, those are probably the people who are more affected, the ones that are really deep into these kinds of games. That's my feeling.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair.
Anyone think anything different?
No, but what are Harken blessings permanent or are they only in the area?
It's for the whole day.
Oh shit. Okay, that's huge. Thanks, man.
Was that a wizardry question?
Yes. Bro's asking for advice in this call. Okay. Wait, were you gonna say something there, Sweetie?
Oh no.
Oh, okay. I thought you sound.
You know what you guys should all play? Tribe 9.
You know.
Oh, I'll be playing more Tribe 9. The
really?
story's really interesting.
Actually,
Yeah.
decent game. They fumbled
It
hard
is.
at the
The
start.
launch just got fumbled, but I feel like any other bigger gacha could have fumbled that and would have been able to reobtain their audience. It's just Tribe 9 is such a niche game, so it just lost all of it.
It's actually a shame. The game actually deserves better than it got.
Dude, when
Also,
I did the
fuck
sponsor
you,
for that, it was
Jenna. You
fun.
won the PC on that streaming event.
That's insane that I won.
Bro, I didn't even know there was a streaming event. I streamed Tribe 9 so much. And I was like,
I streamed the day of release, re-rolled, and
You won a PC?
Yeah, I won a 4090
Bro,
PC.
Crazy. That is crazy.
7-8 times on Tribe 9, and I did like the whole chapter 1 story, everything, and like I didn't even know there was a streaming.
It was only based on concurrent view, highest concurrent at any point, and I streamed it one time. And you know what the sad part is? I actually like Tribe 9. Like genuinely, I think it's a good game. It's just I don't want to pick up another gacha right now. It would have to be something I would be able to play on stream a bunch.
They changed up their combat quite a bit.
I think I play like 7
like,
right now.
It flows really well, their combat.
Yeah, no, I actually think the game is like a really solid game. The story's fine, the gameplay's fine. I think the aesthetic is awesome. It fumbled so hard in the beginning. I don't think it can recover it. It's really sad.
But what if I told you you don't have to play like a gacha game?
True.
You just kind of play like a Danganronpa game or something, you know? Like just
You're right.
Yeah.
The
The story
flow
was
is
actually
good.
pretty interesting.
Wait, anyone in particular want to talk? Wait.
Nah, fuck it.
Okay, everyone just talked at the
Jenna,
same time.
do you have an Epic 7 sponsor coming up?
Nope. And I think out of spite, I'm just not gonna watch any of that on stream.
Oh shit.
I am.
Wait, you hate E7 now?
I'm gonna be
Ooh,
real.
that's
I'm
tough.
pretty fucking spiteful. I think that's pretty rude that they would just not sponsor my ass after I spent like 4 fucking years playing their shit. Fuck them.
Wait, I think I have a Epic 7 sponsor.
Good, you should. Absolutely. They
It's a
absolutely.
turn-based game, bro. It's gonna change my life.
I mean, it's literally
No, it's
just
fucking
better
Nah,
Honkai
that's
Star Rail.
PvP.
It's
Oh,
literally
It's a better
Okay.
HSR.
Honkai
Dude,
Star
every
Rail
game is
literally.
better than HSR
Honkai
in this
Star Rail
game.
literally
I've
just
heard
stole
that
the
HSR
shit from it,
relic,
bro.
it gives people
No.
in-game cancer. Like
Bro,
it's so bad.
Bro, do you want to
It
know what?
costs money to remove
Do you want to know what's
groups.
so
That is
insane? Honkai
ridiculous.
Star Rail is like, what if we just copied the gear system of a PvP game? Why do we even have HP or defense or any of these stats? I don't know, but we have them in our game for some reason. That's what Genshin did too. It's like, I don't even know why we have these stats in our game, but we took them from a PvP game.
HP and defense actually matter in HSR though, because
Bro.
like you can't just dodge.
You just pull
Okay,
a Venturine. What do you mean they
Like
matter?
flat.
What do you mean they
If
matter? You
Epic
just
7
use a
flat
came
Venturine.
out
HP defense.
and- If
Oh,
Epic 7
flat,
came
yeah.
out in the same time HSR did, it would not be getting any praise.
Oh, absolutely. But if it was made by Hoyoverse, it would make $100 million.
I don't think
Maybe,
so.
but like
I don't
Epic
think
7,
that,
bro.
yo, Jenazad, I don't think that, bro.
Wait, Jenna, did you play
Really?
Epic 7 since launch?
No, its launch was shit.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I was about to say, because I played since launch, and I played KR as
Okay,
well.
well, you
like-
didn't really play since launch, but like, I know what you mean.
No, I did. I played legitimately since launch.
Didn't you
Oh,
like
no, okay.
lose your account for like 2.5 years or something?
Oh, okay. I what I meant to say is I played at launch, right?
Okay,
for
yeah,
KR,
yeah.
and then I moved over to global, but like, then you should know, right? Like, so with Epic 7, when Luna came out in Korea, they didn't fucking have a pity.
Yeah,
was a
no, it was
non-pity fucking banner.
terrible
I
ass launch.
spent $700, didn't get a Luna, and I fucking raged. And then what did they do for global? Luna banner has a pity.
Yep.
Yeah, nah. Imagine if that they did that in modern day, bro. They would have been
Oh,
cooked,
absolutely.
canceled, done.
Well, the thing is, like, I think the whole gacha sphere has kind of changed, where games kind of have more of a precedent of taking from other games. You know what I mean? Like either copying from something like Hoyoverse or other games, right? I feel like games that come out nowadays generally don't have those kinds of issues because it's kind of hard to release a game like that in current day, right? Because they'll just die, like you just said, right?
Yeah.
Unless it's a Japanese gacha, because for some reason Japan just doesn't understand this, and they keep having their games die, and they go, "What happened to our game? Why are our games dying?" Tribe 9 be like, "Why are people not liking our pull system?"
What do you mean, bro? Like all these Japanese gacha games are actually trying stuff and it's failing, but meanwhile, Pokemon Company continues to make dog shit, and then people slop it up, so it doesn't matter. You know, they're just trying to learn from what the Pokemon Company does, but you know, it's just not. It's
True.
just impossible to imitate. Pokemon's just mastered the art of making slop, and people love it.
Sounds familiar. Well, I suppose, I don't know, we just had this big call for the Honkai Star Rail stream, but is there anything anyone else wants to say? Feel like we're kind of just getting off track.
Are
I'll be
you gonna
looking
play
forward to
Star
it.
Rail,
Yeah,
Jenna?
Honkai Star Rail.
Wait. Everyone just said something at the same time. Can you speak one by one?
Sweetie, go for it. She asked if you are gonna play Star Rail.
I was gonna, yeah, I was asking Jenna, are you gonna play Star Rail?
You know, I really liked the game, and then I started to kind of lose interest in the story, kind of around like when they went back to Huanglong and everything. Or not Huanglong, that's Wuthering
that's
Waves.
Wow,
That's
wow.
Wuthering Waves. Okay, there's like 5 different Chinese areas in all these gachas. I can't remember them
Lost
anymore.
Oh my
Like,
god.
racist.
What
Yeah,
are you
they're
saying?
all the
Literally
same,
just
bro.
yes. Oh my god.
Race is
They're just
uh,
all
Okay,
the
you know
same.
what happened? I was thinking of Hule in my mind. I was like, the area is not called Hule. And then I went like, oh, it must be Huanglong. Oh, shit. What's that place's
Oh yeah,
name?
what's it called? Genshin, huh?
Jinzhou. It's Jinzhou. That's what it is.
Oh, it's called
I mispronounced it, but that's the area.
Bro has nothing but Watering Waves.
Jinzhou.
Wait, I just realized Watering Waves is the one with multiple CN like names. Like Jingzhou and Huanglong.
Yeah.
well,
Dude.
Huanglong's like the whole region, isn't
But
it?
Jinzhou's the city. Huanglong's
Yeah.
the region.
Oh,
Holy
like
fuck,
Jingzhou is part of
you
Huanglong.
fucking
Alright,
poser.
yeah. I'm a goddamn tourist.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I actually hate WoW 1.0. It's so bad.
Damn.
I thought he was like all right, because like you got to think about like the other gacha games that are delivering that on the market, there's not a lot of them. So it was okay. It wasn't like dog shit. But I do think that 2.0 made it look like shit.
Oh yeah, no, because 2.0 is like this is what the game should be. 1.0 by comparison
Yeah.
was like so ass. Like holy crap.
Okay, wait. I need to actually like. There's something we need to talk about. Why, bro? Why is female rover in English so much worse than male rover?
They're so
I tried male
monotone.
rover. I tried male rover for the first time. I was like, what the fuck? Like female rover. And you know what's crazy? Because female rover also voices Varessa in Genshin, and
Mm-hmm.
she
It's the
doesn't sound
direction.
like that in Genshin.
It's the
Like,
accent too, I think.
what
right?
are they telling female
Well,
rover to do
Yeah,
in
it's
WoA? Like,
it's
why
never
are
the
they doing
VA's
that?
fault. It's always the director.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
the director
Like,
was
what the
like,
fuck
"Okay,
is
can you
this
speak
director?
monotone real quick?"
Yeah, the director's like, can you talk like an NPC? But then went to the male rovers like, be expressive. Like, what the fuck?
No, I actually think part of it might be the accents though. Do you guys remember like back when they started, they hired an EU studio, but then asked a bunch of them to do like American accents or like NA, like remove
Yeah, I
the
remember.
EU-ness from them. I think
Mhm.
the Rovers have that too. So they just have to try and
Maybe.
talk without the accent for the entire game.
But like, she
you-
doesn't have
thought
an
you
accent
posted that
as
whole- yeah.
Varessa.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do
I-
think that they should probably look at the direction for the game though, because I do see like that is a pretty common thing where it feels like sometimes the voice actors are like really great at acting, but they just don't know what's happening. Like because
Yeah.
they're not given the right
I
direction.
literally had to switch off of female rover because I was at that point where she was talking to Cantarella, and I was like, oh my god, Cantarella's doing such a good job, and then female was like, I have a plan. I was like, okay, like, can you try? Like, Cantarella's over here like being super expressive, with tons of emotions and like talking, and then female rover's like wee boop ba boop, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't. So
Yeah.
I swapped to male rover.
Yeah, I mean, I refuse to swap, but also I 100% agree with what you're saying.
It's a 24-hour cooldown, but yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, wait, really quickly, I just want to the question I was asked. I'm probably not gonna play HSR. I really enjoyed the game. Didn't like really where the story was going when they went back. And had the whole Hule quest and all that kind of stuff. Wasn't really a huge fan of that. And then, so I was like, okay, I'll just wait until 3.0. 3.0 came out. Wasn't really excited by it. I love the Herda, though, by the way. She's like she's probably my favorite character in the entire game. Was really excited about that. But then, I'm going to be real, I just heard rumors about the collab, and I immediately went, yeah, I don't think so, man. I was so disappointed that I think I kind of just went, oh, I don't know about this one anymore, man. And then when I heard about the Castor's Global Passive, I kind of just quit.
Wait, what rumor about the collab? Or what do you mean about
Just-
the
I think
collab?
it's talking about leakers. Talk about leakers.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, what might be coming out, and, well, it really disappointed me.
This is
I
why
was
you don't
really
dream.
excited.
If
Hey,
you don't
I'm-
dream, you can't be disappointed.
Well,
really.
so what? I should just hold onto a piece of string and have it lead me along for months until I then
I
go,
still believe
what a
Rin
piece of
Tosaka
crap.
is gonna come out. I still believe Rin Tosaka's coming out.
Yeah, but you see, you know what I did? I did the logical thing for any gacha player. I just quit the game. That I was disappointed by the game, so I quit it. It's that simple.
Okay,
And
if that was so logical, why'd you hold on to Epic Sim for so?
because I still liked the game, even though it was annoying me and disappointing me in many ways. But you know what? Recently, kind of just quit the game too.
Base.
Oh, are you actually done? You
Kinda,
officially
yeah.
quit
I
Epic
mean, Guild
7?
fell apart. Just didn't really feel like logging in. Yeah, I mean, when you get disappointed with the game enough where you don't really want to play, you just stop logging in, and then that's it. Like, I just think there's no other way around it. Like, I've gotten disappointed with plenty of games in the past, and I quit them too. So
Did you like Guild Wars in Epic 7?
for a bit, I did, and then it eventually becomes a chore. Like, let's be honest, most things in all gacha games eventually become a
And
chore.
you might like this hit mode called Gunsmoke in Girls Frontline 2. Check it out
Fuck
today.
Gunsmoke. Holy
I fucking
shit.
hate it.
Dude, you know what's funny? Every time Gunsmoke's coming around, everyone in my chat says, oh no, Gunsmoke, and starts spamming emotes, and they're like all sad and upset. Like,
Bro,
what?
I spend like up to an hour every day off stream doing that shit to maintain our guild's like top
It's
15
actually
points.
the worst game mode ever. Yeah, anyways, I'm probably the only person in this call that's actually basically, I guess, washed his hand of HSR. And I really enjoyed the game before, by the way. For anyone who doesn't know, I really, really liked the game for a while. But Well, all things
Dude, I
good
cannot believe
must come
that
to an end.
Brax
It is
fucking muted to
okay
play
to like a
Victory,
game
bro.
and quit it.
What?
Yeah, well, I
Oh,
liked the
oh, he's
game, and then I quit it,
Yeah.
and well,
Yep.
I just see it as anyone who's truly disappointed in a game should quit it. I watched the HSR live stream today because I thought it'd be fun, and I was sort of hate watching, which I thought would be funny. And well, I saw the caster's passive stay, and I went, well, too bad. And that's all there is to
Okay,
it.
did you actually think it wasn't staying? Like,
Oh
come
no,
on.
I absolutely knew it was going to stay, but I thought it would be
Yeah.
funny.
If you're a dreamer,
Yeah.
you should already know it wasn't disappearing.
The thing is, I don't really generally look at leaks for games. The only reason I knew about the caster's passive
Yeah.
was because everyone started talking about it first, and I was like, wait, what? And then I started looking at leaks and was like, what the hell? So, oh well.
I just, I mean, so how'd you see the collab rumors then? If you
Oh, because
don't
someone
know?
in chat said it, and I went, no way, and then I looked it up and went, oh my. That's the only time I hear about things. But anyone
That's
else?
why I tell my chat too. I don't look at leaks either. It's just motherfuckers.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
come into chat and
They
just type
come
Yeah.
in and say things, and then they put the blame on you that you're looking at leaks, but it's like, your ass has told me.
Yeah, you can't escape the leaks. You have to just ignore chat if that happens. And it's fucking
Yeah, I have
broke.
my fucking DMs open, and then I wake up some days and just like 5 DMs. I check them, and it's fucking just like plastered gifs of the newest characters leaked. And
Okay,
I'm like,
well,
okay.
that's
And
insane
then
that people are DMing you that.
this is because I have my DMs open. I don't think most people have their DMs open too.
No.
Yeah.
Well, anyone else want to say anything?
Yo, Box,
good.
when are you hitting? Did you hit Celestial?
Okay, bro,
Yeah,
that's
I
no,
quit
that's
after
that's
I hit
enough of this.
Celestial.
Okay, no.
No, hold on.
Oh, this has nothing to do with anything, guys.
Hold on.